to my first full moon angel circle. And let me see on the chat, you can just let me know that you can hear me. I'm gonna open it up. Where is it? Great, thank you so much, Anchula, thank you. Very good. And we have another person coming in. So probably while I start, I may still get people coming in. And so that's what we'll do. But thank you for those who came here and are on time. And thank you for letting me know that you can hear me. I am so pleased. I have a friend who I haven't heard from in many, many years show up, and she's with us tonight. And that's kind of like what a moon in Scorpio experience can be, a full moon experience. So this is my first angel circle, full moon. And I know why it was my first time, because I tend to get really affected by the full moon, like barely can focus. So thank goodness I just pushed through and I'm here. Why did I start this angel circle? I was guided by my angels to come forward and help people connect to their angels in a circle of light, so that whatever you're going through, you can have more grace and ease. Because, right, we're going through something very special. And it's huge. It's a global event. It's a historical event. And if you're in touch with your angels, if you have a connection to your higher power, you'll probably have an easier go with it. If you are searching for ways to connect with your angels today, I hope I can help you connect with them. And my intention is that you leave after this time together just a little bit more supported and feeling more anchored in the light, and also maybe at more ease. And hopefully this energy will go with you for the next several days. If you're new to me, I have a radio show on Saturdays at 4 o'clock where I give free readings. And then also, I do coaching one-on-one, doing angel card readings. And also I do full 1-hour sessions all the way to 15 minutes. And I've been doing it since 2012, which was a pivotal year for people who were interested in spiritual development to step out of the spiritual closet. And I'm one of those people. It's something that I did many years on my own, but was kind of secretive. And I was called to step out and be bold with it. And just going back to this special friend who is on with us tonight, this is a woman I knew almost 40 years ago, 40. So it's probably older time than some of you who are watching today. But what I can say is that in those years, 37 years, I have gone through so many changes, so many transformations. And if I didn't listen to my intuition, which is basically listening to your angels, that's what intuition is. You're guided, I'm guided at every single moment in our lives, but how many of us really listen and follow this intuition? And there are times when we can't hear our angels. There's so much going on in our body, in our lives. Our ego is so loud. We're not able to trust that voice that's telling us, giving us information. So it took me many years. So I'm here at age 66 now. I could say that I have a lot of grace and ease in my life, even though things are not perfect in my life. But I've learned how to do this. And it's been a process. And since 2012, since I've been working with the angels and teaching others to connect with their angels, it's been even easier. So hopefully today we'll have a process with my meditation that you can experience. I'm going to be doing attunements. I'm going to be doing workshops. I'm guided to create courses. So I have, stay connected and you'll find out about them. And most of them will be cost affordable at this time. And so there. So full moon is a great time to release. release what no longer serves us. One of the things many of us may be feeling right now is a lot of anxiety, a lot of shock, even denial, disbelief even, maybe even guilt that we're healthy and we're well, anger, some depression. And then from that level, we can get to some acceptance and hope. This is some of the information I use. It's with my colleagues who work with angels. It's not the truth for everybody because in actuality, there's what we call parallel universes. So what is that? Belief systems. And my belief system has me see that what we're going through is a huge transformation for a new age of enlightenment. So it's actually a positive thing, that in order to get there, we're going to have to go through stuff. And if you anchor yourself and you learn how to ground yourself and you learn how to work with your angels and guides, you're going to have an easier go of it. It's kind of like knowing about how to take a shower and wash your hands, which we need to do because of the safety, but doing techniques energetically, you will have an easier time of not absorbing the mass fear and upset and anger that's going around. And there's a high possibility that outside world of energy, low energy, is going to increase. So that's why I was guided, as many of my colleagues, to bring circles of light, bring angelic energy into the world, and teach people who want to learn how to connect with it. And it is as easy as I am talking to you, pure and simple. Because when we listen to that angelic voice, it usually is supportive. It's information that wants us to take actions versus the other experience of the world is falling apart. It's all going down the hill, right? Any of those ideas of worst scenarios. Oh, fear. So either you have messages that give you inspiration or even a nudge to do something for yourself, take responsibility. And the other emotion is fear. So it's either positivity, which is love, or it's fear-based. What we want to do is whatever we can is to stay centered and avoid those who are really immersing themselves in fear. Now, are they wrong? No. It's just that's where they're at. Here's something I heard. There's 7 billion people on the planet. About 2 billion people are going to awake. What does that mean, awake? It means they're going to choose that positive route. So we're going to see a lot of people who their choice, whether they know it or not, is to be in the fear. Now, we can love these people because they may be even in our families or close friends. But what we want to be careful of is that we don't allow ourselves to be too hooked by that energy. Because if you haven't noticed, the more you let yourself be embedded with people's fear, anxiety, conspiracy theory, the worse you're going to feel. And also, watching the news too much is probably going to zap your energy. So it's a fine line between knowing what's going on and then also being pulled into the fear of what's happening. So every day I connect with my angels. Just by waking my eyes, I'm ready to start the day knowing that the angels are near me, supporting me, period. That's it. And how do you do that? You just ask. You just ask the angels to be with you. Now, going back to this full moon in Scorpio, heavy duty energy for Scorpio. If you have it in your chart, you probably know this already, but it is where what will be revealed are deep secrets, deep things that we thought were hidden may come to the surface. It may happen to you already in the past 2 days, because often we feel the full moon 3 days before and 3 days afterwards. It is a time it goes into the dark side. Now, nothing wrong with that, because if we can bring up what's in the dark side, hallelujah. It can be brought up and it can be released. So This full moon is powerful. And if you've been feeling the feelings, you're perfect, exactly where you're at. But what we want to try to do is ask the angels to help us. Like, no, back in the day, in my 20s, I probably would have needed something to totally distract myself from these heavy feelings. And that's perfectly normal because that's what we do as human beings. It's not easy, it's not comfortable, but if we could look at it from the perspective of this is probably the most powerful global event for the transformation of the planet that we will ever go through. And thank goodness that it will be just what it is. Unfortunately, many people will pass on, but if we can learn the lessons from this, all for the better. Again, many people will choose fear, and that is probably the only thing they know how to do because it has been with them in generations, from their families, and then there are those of us who just know that there's another choice. So what I'm saying is that things are going to be uncomfortable, but they can be more comfortable when we have ourselves connecting with our angels on a daily basis. It's like calling your mom. If your mom is someone who's alive or someone you anchor with in prayer, or your best friend, or your pet, or your loved one that you can connect with on a daily basis so that you know that you have that anchor. Grounding is a card that I pulled for all of us. What does it mean to ground? When we're too much in our head, we're not connected to the earth, we're not connected to our body. So when you're breathing, that's why they say, do some yoga, do some breathing exercises, then you ground yourself. Your ego, your mind is going off and off, or even that can create you being somewhat spacey even because you're not grounded. Grounding every day is so important. Number one way to ground is be in nature, even if it's a short walk. But just being in nature is going to provide you, nature itself kind of just pulls away all the stress. And witnessing beauty just connects you with God, connects you with angels, connects you with beauty. So a simple act like that, huge during these times. And wear your mask and do what you have to do. But grounding yourself is key. Getting crystals, a black stone to carry, obsidian or larimar are great stones. They don't have to cost a lot, even a small stone to keep near you. If you are trying to sleep at night and you find your mind just going everywhere and everywhere, because oftentimes that's when we're ready to sleep that we start thinking about this whole scenario, right? I mean, the month of March, that's all I seem to do. I'd lie in my bed and go, what is happening? Is this really happening? How did this happen? So you can get 2 crystals. Heart-shaped crystals are great to hold in your palms. And those crystals will literally take your stress. So that all the stress and anxiety can go into these stones. Try it. And it's also that this is an acupressure point in your hand. And the stone actually presses into those points also. And it will help you relax. And then also using specific essential oils on the bottom of your feet or a drop on your pillow, a huge, huge help. Okay, so I'm just going with the flow here. Thank you all who just joined us. We're just talking about this full moon. And full moon energy is a great time to charge your crystals. You can put them on your windowsill, or if you have a porch like I do, you can do that. But it's also time to release what no longer serves you. So today, after you get off this call, or right now, if you have a pen and paper, you can write down at least 3 things you know no longer serve you. And one could very well be, I will not let this event stop me from being happy. I will stop giving away my power. I will stop feeding myself more fear. Sometimes we can do that. I will ask for help. I'll stop being an isolator. I'll stop being withdrawn from the world. I will stop criticizing the world and judging and being angry. You can say that as an affirmation and write it down, and then you can burn it in a safe place in your house, in the sink, or if you have a fire outside in your home. But you can release these to the world, to God and to the higher power. We all started 2020 in January with some goals, with some dreams, with some hopes. Just because we are here on May 7th and they haven't blossomed, it doesn't mean anything. Things are going to take a different timeline. And new things will emerge in your realm and in your life that you may not even imagined, but I'm going to say that they were probably dreams closed in your heart. So think about those things that you started the year with. What did you want to happen this year, 2020? I know as a psychic, as an angel teacher, back in November and December, when I looked to the year, this year, all I saw for the first 4 months was like darkness. I just saw emptiness. It didn't frighten me, but I saw that it was different. And what I see is that it's a slowdown. It's a slowdown like we've never seen. And the opportunity of living in time where we're slowing down, where we're slowed down to face ourselves, our feelings, our dreams. Extraordinary. Many of us have taken courses where we've had the opportunity to feel our feelings. Spend 2 days in a room with a lot of restrictions. So here, we're given a time to be quarantined for weeks. Our activities are limited. Our ability to do the things that we normally would do to distract ourselves are limited. So it's kind of like a really expensive course that we paid for, like this $100,000 course that we paid for, so that we could have these huge breakthroughs. Any of you who've taken these courses, I know some of you have, what do you feel when you're sitting there, when you have to face yourself? You feel the most extraordinary things, the most uncomfortable things. But by allowing them to come to the surface, something new emerges. It's as if the more you have access to your fear, anxiety, and anger, and what I mean by saying access, you let it be. Instead of like I used to drink it down with Heineken beers or wine or cognac or anything so I wouldn't feel. But now, being present, allow yourself to be present. You can write down, what am I feeling? What am I feeling? The gold is underneath those feelings, my friends. The gold mine is underneath those feelings. Many of you will come out of this with new careers, new things that you had planned to do that you only dreamed of. And why now? Is because you will clear out a lot of fear, and you will have the energy and the ideas and the inspiration to move forward. Will this be for everybody? No. As I said, out of the 7 billion people, 2 billion people will probably wake up. A small gap of people, not a small, a lot of people will pass on. It's what's called the third dimension and the fifth dimension in Atlantean spiritual wisdom education. And we are returning to what's called the fifth dimension. What does that mean in layman's terms? Instead of doing everything just from our ego, surviving, we, and many of you have already tapped into it, living from your heart, manifesting from your heart, leaning into feeling good. Leaning into work doesn't have to feel awful. Work can feel good. Giving of oneself with our talents, with our sharing experiences can feel good. Leaning into living that feels good. An interesting thought, right? This is how the Atlanteans lived many, many years ago, thousands of years ago. I won't go too much into the Atlantean theory, but basically we are returning to a time in which people had extraordinary abilities to heal. We've seen it already slowly happening. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is basically about the light is winning. It may not look like it just today on the news, but the light will win. What does that mean? Goodness will prevail. But will it take some, let's say, some shifting around of things in the world, in the government, in policies and whatnot? Yeah, it will. But those of us who will be leaders in our own communities, as I say, a circle of light, you will bring this positivity to where it's needed. And some people will wake up and say, oh, I'm going to choose a life where everybody has what they need. Nobody's left out. Resources are shared with everyone. A life where people live in harmony. People are respected, women are respected, children are respected. These are things we've been talking about for many, many years. And I didn't expect this transformational shift to happen with the pandemic, but here it is. Will things go back to normal? What is normal? They're not going to go back to the way they were before. Day by day, we're seeing what's being revealed, which is this powerful full moon in Scorpio, showing us what's been hidden. What's been hidden. That's all I need to say. So I'm going to go ahead now and another couple things about this full moon to take a look at, so you can release it, is to take a look at, have I been jealous, vengeful, suspicious, or otherwise behaving toxically? Have I been living out of fear rather than love, which I just said? Have I been cruel or cunning? Have I been brooding and dark, focusing on the negative rather than the positive? And any of this you can write down just to release. These are practices that we've been doing for hundreds of years. But in 2020, with where we're going right now, even towards 2032, I'll tell you more about that at another time. Let's just say the energies are stronger. So you have the ability to work some alchemy. You can even use the word magic. Whatever you want to release, whatever you want to shift in your life. More health, more abundance. An affirmation I've been saying lately is, I welcome the abundance to my checking account. Try that on every day. That check, that stimulus check, that unemployment thing, that PPP business, check may just show up quickly. Instead of going down the other tunnel, which a lot of people are doing, which is nothing's working. It's all falling apart. I don't choose to go there. So what I do is really, I'm committed to keeping the light, connecting to the light, and sharing the light. It doesn't mean my head is in the sand and I don't know what's going on in the world. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to be an activist for those things that I care about, whether it's animals and certain politics that I know that will make a difference. But I'm spending my time as much as possible in joy, in love, in beauty, and that's the shift. So right now I want to do a grounding. I'm gonna just move on with this. If there's one book that I highly suggest that you get at this time, it's this book, The Female Archangels by Callista. The female archangels are the counterpart to the archangels, which are regularly known as male archangels. What an extraordinary energy to really come forward at this time. We all know that we've been talking about the raising of the feminine, the rising of the feminine. How do we shift a world that's been mostly patriarchal to run by the feminine energy? Not easy, but it's kind of happening. Look at so many countries that are run by women right now, one by one by one. Now, the archangels are very powerful. I work with Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael almost every day. They have counterparts. So here we have Archangel Michael here. The counterpart energy is an archaea, A-R-C-H-A-I-A. The archaea are the female archangels. They have been always with us, but now they are presencing themselves like unbelievably. And I'm going to do the meditation with the archaea here today. And I only mention it because I want you to start thinking that not only do we have the presence of at least 12 archangels, which are powerful masculine energies that help protect us, give us ideas, help us find things, help us with our loved ones that are crossing over, help us with so many things. The counter side of it is a beautiful feminine archangel, archaea, that blends. It's like two sides of a coin that together, this beautiful energy is doubly powerful. So you have the masculine and the feminine of one archangel for protection. And I'm going to talk about this archaea, this female archangel archaea, whose name is Faith. So that makes perfect sense. Archangel Michael, who helps with courage, confidence, and strength. And the counter side of it is faith. So again, just joined us, incredible book I highly recommend that has so many attunements, and I'm going to be giving these attunements on sessions like this. And the attunement is actually really bringing forth that female archangel into our body, into our aura, so they're with us to give us that clarity and that confidence for the things that we've been wanting to do, even when we're in this muddy feeling of this pandemic. All right. This is a situation that if you anchor yourself to the light, you're going to keep finding your way. Like I said, if you anchor to fear, you're going to have a hard time. And am I perfect? No, absolutely not. So if I catch myself anchoring in fear, nowadays I just switch right over to faith and love. I just switch, just like you're driving, just turn your car and get back to the center. No, back in the day, it might take me a month or a year to bring myself back to trusting life. But again, it's taken me many years to be able to do this. But again, the energies now are so much more powerful. I was told that many people can do this quickly. They don't have to go through 30 years of the dark night of the soul that I did. Many years. And my friend Deborah might know a little bit. Now, I have a friend here that I've known for almost 40 years. And I am not the same person that I was 40 years ago. I just am not. So right now, I'm going to do this beautiful, I was guided to share some things. And one of the things is to help each and every one of you today have your wings, your angel wings. And that might sound a little strange. Or why would we want that? When you have a sense that you yourself are an angelic being, and you sense that energy behind your shoulders and your back, even thinking about that, I'm going to do this process of meditation. How does that make you feel? If I were to tell you, yes, you are a walking angel also, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be interested in the angels. You may not be grounded enough in it yet, but it's a daily process. And the more you do that, like I said, ground yourself, do those things that keep you anchored in faith versus those things that have you anchored in fear. Pure and simple. And we have a choice. And when you surround yourself by people who are doing the things towards the light, the easier it is for you. That's what the angels are saying right now. Tell them to find their tribe. Because if you hang out with people that are really fear-mongering right now, you're going to have a hard time. Family members even. Whoever is pulling you down, you know that after you've spoken with them about the pandemic and about these things and you feel crappy, that includes watching the news, you want to cut that off. You want to cut that cord. whatever you can do to anchor yourself with people that are holding positivity. And it's not like we're Pollyanna positivity. This is about, we know what's going on, but we have a mission. And the mission is to be light workers, anchor ourselves in a circle of light so that we can bring this to other people. You don't have to be a teacher, you don't have to be a healer, but many of you are. I know it. It's time. It's time to be as powerful as you've ever dreamed. So I'm going to go ahead right now and do this receiving your wings. This is a beautiful, beautiful meditation. Again, when you know and allow yourself to accept that you have the qualities of an angel, you're just thinking about that. I know 40 years ago, hell no, you know. It took me a while to heal different things in my life, forgive people, forgive myself, to let myself, love others, have compassion, and continue to create living life with grace and ease. So here we go, receiving your wings. Find a comfortable place where you won't be disturbed. Hopefully you're sitting or standing or laying down. Sit upright with your hands on your lap, palms facing upward. Close your eyes and take your attention inward to the center of your heart. Breathe through your heart for a count of 5. Suspend your breath for a count of 5. Then exhale for 5. Repeat this pattern 2 more times. So we're going to breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it. And let it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, breathe in. Hold it. And release. As you inhale, breathe in a sense of love. Let that love fill you as you hold your breath, and then exhale love into your space. Allow your face and body to soften, breathing love into any areas of tension, and then choosing to let go of any concerns. This is time for you, time to connect with your angels. Every breath in, feel yourself raise in vibration. If any thoughts appear, witness them, and then take your attention back to your breath, using the inward and outward flow on a touchstone to keep you present. Now, imagine you're in a column of rose gold love with sparkles of diamond light within. This love light from source pours into your being from your crown, then into your chakras, your organs, limbs, and cells. Absorb its warming purity on your inhale and emit its blissful glow on your exhale. With every source breath, you're raising your vibration to merge with the frequency of your angels. Connect this love light through to the center of the earth that's below your feet and to the center of the sun, which is way up above your stellar gateway. Sense yourself atop a mountain on a warm summer's day. The air is fresh and clear, and from this vantage, you can see all of creation. Ask your guardian angels to make themselves known to you now. Breathe in their presence as they come to make themselves known to you now. Breathe in their presence as they come into your energy. Relax and allow your angels to fully manifest as a form, color, light, or feeling now. As one or more angels approach you, you may feel a deeply loving recognition with them. Ask your main guardian angel to face you. becoming aware of whether they are male or female, or a unified blend of both energies. As their unconditional love wraps around you, allow your vibration to merge with theirs. Ask your angel what their name is, trusting the first answer you receive. Ask what the highest and best guidance is for you at this time. Your angel now places their hands on yours and asks you to bring to the surface anything you want to let go of, anything that's causing you to feel dense, heavy, or tired. Sense these energies, plus their cords, roots, webs, pass through your hands and into your angels, who instantly transforms them. Breathe out and let go into your angel's presence, and then breathe in and let their love replenish you. Now, take your awareness to your heart, for your angel is ready to gift you your wings. Your wings stem from your heart, and as your angel touches you here, your heart begins to expand. Feel into this expansion as your chest opens at the front and at the sides, above and below. As your heart opens the back, feel the angelic love light warming your spine and your shoulder blades in preparation for your wings unfurling. As they emerge now, feel into the type you have. They might be feathery, fairy, animal, or light-based wings. Stretch and shake your wings, however you need to right now. Feel how good it is to free them fully. Notice the vibration of confidence and ease that rushes in when your wings are open. I'm so happy to share this with you today. Many of us have had wings, but nobody told us to open them, to really experience how big they are. Now, notice the vibration of confidence and ease that rushes in when your wings are open, and the comfort and peace you feel as you wrap your wings around you now. Let yourself be cocooned in the healing energy of your wings. Feel their soft, soothing safety pressing into your brow, your heart, your belly, and any lingering density that you might have been carrying around melts away in their tender embrace. Feel yourself being strengthened by your wings. It takes a moment, it takes some visualization, but I know you can do this. Furled up, open your wings and hold hands with your guardian angels, fueled up. Open your wings, let your wings, however you feel them behind you. Hold hands with your guardian angels who are standing at either side of you. Breathe in their love, for your angels are your wings also. Lean into your angels, into your wings, to know and express your divinity and to take leaps your soul is asking you to take now. Your soul is asking you to take leaps. You cannot fail, for you are infinitely supported. Again, you cannot fail. You are infinitely supported. Keep opening your heart and send love into the world, and then feel love return to you. I know many of you know how to do this. Keep doing this. Thank your angels for gifting you your wings, and then feel the love light sparkling in your eyes as you open them. Enjoy all the positive change that awaits. And then you might ask yourself, check the time. My guardian angels appeared to me as what? How did they appear to you? Their guidance was, check that for this moment. My wings appeared to me as, and if you need to do this later because it was a little murky, just try this again later. I'll continue to use my wings and call on my angels to support me with, what is it that you need support with? And I can support them by, these are some questions that we could ask ourselves later. So I feel that this really made a difference. And again, you know, I prepare a lot for this, these sessions, and then right before I get on, the angels say, no, talk about this or do this. Now, we have 12 people on today. I'm going to keep on going with another healing meditation. And each and every one of you that are on with me today live, I'm going to give a 1-card reading. So you can contact me, or I will contact you if you don't. I remind you, you get a 1-card reading. So either I will just go with the cards and just share with you what the angels want me to share with you, or if you have a question, you can share that with me and I will pull the card for you. So that's how I'm going to provide angel card readings for everyone. And I will do a card for the group in a second. So right now I want to talk a little bit more about Archaea faith. And if you have water, this is the time to drink it also. So just again, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for being at my first full moon angel circle. I don't know if I'll be doing more. I do know I'll be having other angel circles, and I'm creating some courses right now, cost affordable courses on how to connect with your angels, who they are, and support for people on wanting to create projects. That's what the angel says. Angel Victory Process course. So here is an attunement that I'm going to do. It's not a full 20-minute attunement, but it's also something to help us connect with faith, because even that word is something that we could use right now. So here we go with Archangel Faith. And again, faith is the opposite side connecting with Archangel Michael. Glorious counterpart. We know the masculine energy of Michael, but now faith, the Archaea faith, female archangel, is so present right now, as is all the female archangels. So when we learn to connect with them, hallelujah, it's like not only do we have all the power and strength of the masculine, which we need, but hello, we really need the complete energy, and that is what we have right now with the female archangels. And we have the guides and ascended masters and intergalactic council. We have so many beings of light that are supporting us, but today I'm talking about the female archangel Faith. So again, take a moment, feeling centered, sense yourself held in a column of swirling sapphire and gold light. Breathe this source ray in and out. Allow it to fill every part of you, including your aura and wings. Then see it connect with you to the center of Earth and the center of the sun. Feel your guardian angel standing on either side of you, radiating their love, which expands your light more. When you're ready to invoke Archaea Faith, affirm aloud, and I will do this for you. Loving Archaea Faith, angel of trust and focus, and master of the sapphire, blue, indigo, and gold rays, may you now attune me to your vibration and consciousness, so that I am forever linked with you. Please assist me in channeling your energy for the benefit of all concerned, and help me embody your qualities of confidence, leadership, self-assurance, and seeing the best in myself and others. Help me unite with my angelic presence and release me from any attachments, contracts, cords, hooks, vows, webs of uncertainty within my life and within the world. Support me to unplug from fear-based agendas and limiting stories. so I may live the love of who I am. Thank you. And so it is. Breathe in faith. Breathe out faith. As you allow this divine angel to blend her consciousness with yours, notice the shifts that are taking place within your mind, heart, body, and energetic field now. Ask Archaea Faith what the highest and best guidance is for you at this time. And if there's anything you can support her with. As you continue to attune to Archaea Faith, you can also channel her healing light. There's a part of your body you'd like to heal. Bring your hands to that part of your body. Gently cup your hands around your throat, the area faith influences the most. It really helps us with our throat chakra, which is our ability to speak our truth, speak our life into existence, speak with full courage and confidence and strength. Sense faith's blue golden light moving into these areas now. As you receive healing, ask yourself, where am I hiding in life? Where am I keeping myself small? What is stopping me from fully believing in myself? What is stopping me from fully believing in myself? Let these questions melt into you and listen as their answers arise. One person entered right now. Feel yourself held in Source's love as Archaea Faith reminds you. You have wings, my dear. Use them. Listen. Apply. Leap. Now is the time to soar. You have wings, dear one. Use them. Listen. Apply. Leap. Now is the time to soar. Bask in all the realizations that emerge. And when you feel the energy beginning to wane, intend the healing complete. Thank your guardian angels and Archaea Faith before opening your eyes and drinking some water to ground yourself again. So what we can do also, take a moment to have some water here. Attuning to Archaea Faith and receiving your guidance is meaningful because, something to think about. I now choose to stop hiding myself from life because I've reclaimed my trust, and anything else that comes to your mind. I will continue to call on Archaea Faith to support me with, fill in the blank. And your daily affirmation with Archaea Faith is, I am awake. I am here. I see Source in all, including myself, for I am faith. So we can call on Archaea Faith for strength, self-belief, self-assurance, protection, leadership, demasking, doubt, fear, self-judgment, communication, and knowing wholeheartedly that the angels are always supporting you. So if you're new, you just joined in, and this is the book I want you to get. I'm going to be teaching from this, the Archaeas, female archangels, the counter side of the male energy, incredible female divine energy that's present right now, All we have to do is call upon it. And hopefully you felt a little bit of a shift. It takes something, it takes going beyond your disbelief. But I've felt ever since I met Callista, the author, and have been working with the Archaea, I felt one, the ability to heal myself in February when I thought I had this virus. I didn't know I had it. My husband and I got a bad flu, and I used my essential oils, which I use a lot along my spine, and I take some in gel cap, and it's doing the protocols, but also working with the archangels and the energies. And within about 10 days, we were both well. So, and then it became known as this pandemic. I'm pretty sure we both had it, but I'm saying that working with the archangels and Archaea is very powerful. And you don't need special prayers and special rituals. It really is a matter of just talking to them like I'm talking to you. So let me see, again, if you just joined, I was going to be doing like readings on the air, but it didn't feel right because that would take up time for other people who are sitting there. I'm going to pull some cards for the group, but for everyone attending tonight live, I'm going to send them an email reading, probably record it as a 5 to 8-minute audio recording. And I have your email address, or you can contact me. Tell me a question that you would like to have the card guidance on, or if you would just like me, I will just pull a card for you. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do the cards for us here. I have 2 decks. Actually, I have 5 decks here. Beautiful. Thank you, Connie. So here we go. I'm going to pull, this is for all of us. And what I mean by all of us, one of the things I wanted to do is just take a moment and thank each and every soul that is here with us, and visualize that we are in a huge circle together. We're on this computer screen, we are in little square boxes, but visualize that we have been brought together as a circle. We're going to join as a circle and create this energy. We've been brought together from not just this one life, but from past lives that we're here together, that our joined energy will create something, merged energy together, that this with the Archaea, with the archangels, we hold a circle of light as a group. So it's amplified. It amplifies our own energy, and in our combined energy of all of us together, all 13 of us, that we hold this incredible light that after we leave from here, we can take this into our lives. So I just want to take the moment and just thank each and every spirit that has come forward to be here for this particular full moon in Scorpio, this particular special day, the full moon of truth. It is Buddha's birthday also. At this time during history, during the pandemic, during this transformation of the planet, that we all together combine our energies, and this energy is fluid, it moves to each and every one of us. And as we need it in the next few days, in the next few weeks, that this energy will be remembered, and you can count on it. It is there for you to tap into for protection, for clarity, for security and comfort. And you hold this energy, and in this sacred circle, I thank you all for coming together under this full moon of possibility that we can create together with our intention, the world in which we envision from our hearts, the world in which we know that we've always wanted to see, that it is happening. We are all participants in this. We have gathered together to hold space, hold sacred space, to combine our energies, share and amplify this energy of love, so that we stay the course in faith, guided away from fear, strengthened in our faith, strengthened in our ability to stay centered and focused. While all things are swirling around us, that we can stay centered and hold this space of peace for ourselves, for our loved ones, and for the planet. Thank you all for coming here tonight with that. And so it is. Now I'm going to pull a card for all of us. This is a deck I use every night. I'm going to do a special Zoom just on angel cards. Why angel cards, why they work, how they work, and what is possible with them. So this deck is the angel cards. They're from Atlantis. Diana Cooper is the author of this beautiful deck. And the card I pull for this whole group that speaks to the group energy today is this one. Interesting. Telepathy. Telepathy. Very, very interesting. The ability to send messages to others through your mind. The ability to receive messages through your mind. So it's a psychic ability. I'm sensing that all of us have that, and our combined energies is going to strengthen that ability. So here it says, in Golden Atlantis, people spoke very little because they had strong telepathic skills and could communicate clearly over long distances. Because they could readily read each other's minds, they kept their thoughts pure and constructive and only transmitted positive messages or images. The teacher, priests, taught the children telepathically, and crystals were programmed by thoughts that were projected into them. Pure communication. Notice how telepathically receptive you are. Your guidance is to clear your mind and become receptive to the messages of your guides and angels, as well as to the thoughts of other people. Someone is trying to transmit something important to you, and it could be someone who's crossed over. You are also called on to project telepathic messages of hope, love, and inspiration to others. It's very, very interesting that we got this card. It really is about using our wings, accepting our ability to be powerful beings. And telepathy. Our thoughts are so powerful. Our thoughts are so powerful. So catch yourself if you're having thoughts that are not so great. All you have to do is catch yourself, like catch a fly, like that's it, catch it and shift it. Takes practice, but then you start noticing. And the gift here is that we have the ability to send peace to people who are suffering and struggling. So you can see a situation in the world and you can send those people hope. You can send them peace. Clear your mind to transmit and receive messages. Clear your mind to transmit and receive messages. So this is the card for everyone tonight. You have the ability to do this. If you have any questions, feel free to email me about it. But this is really great because we have this full moon, and usually under the full moon, people are more telepathic. They're more psychic. They have the ability to do that. So I'm going to pull one more card out of the Ascended Masters deck. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me about your ability to be telepathic. And I think you already know that you have this ability. You can think of someone and they show up. So that being said, I had a full moon clearing that showed up a couple days ago. Right as I was preparing this, I had an understanding that why it was uncomfortable for me to do group things. Like I'm doing a group thing today. As an actor, I got trained to get in front of thousands of people or to do, things where I memorize a script. But it's very different to allow myself to be vulnerable and intimate with groups of people. Now I have history where things happened to me when I was very little, and it took me a while to heal this, and I'm much better because I can function, in public and do these things. But as I prepared for this full moon angel circle, the memory of of the difficulties I had in the past 30 years, learning how to allow intimacy, allowing me to be with people, really not just performing in front of people, not just, memorizing the script. And a lot of that started healing when I was in this women's group back in the early 80s. And so this one wonderful woman came back into my life on Facebook. I saw how much had healed because I allowed myself to learn to drop my guard, drop the walls that kept people away. And, just quick story, I went to 13 schools before I graduated from high school. So as a child, I moved every 2 years. So I just never learned to trust people, and I learned how to be an isolator and be by myself. I became a great artist, but I just didn't know how to join groups because I just constantly moved. So I started healing that back in this women's group back in the early 80s. So it took a lot. So anything that's in your life that may be historical totally can heal. Might it heal overnight? Maybe not, but like a pearl necklace or the onions that peel, a little bit at a time, and a commitment to join the world, which I learned. I learned that that's what my soul really wanted, even though my ego said, stay away from people. They're dangerous. They'll hurt your feelings. Don't trust them. That's our ego. So I learned I learned to listen to that voice within that said, I really want to come out and play. I want to be with people. And then that allowed me to get married and stay married for 30 years also. So all of us have something that we want to bring forward to heal. And the angels, Archaea, our ascended masters can help us do that because we'll be guided on what to do, where to go, who to study with, what therapist to call, or what 12-step program we might need. The answers will come. So here we go for a card for all of us also today from the Ascended Masters deck, this beautiful deck. Isn't this beautiful? I'm going to be sharing more about Atlantis and the Atlantean healing techniques and why it's so important right now on another Zoom. Okay, so here we go. The card for all of us today is the Gold and Silver Cloak. You have chosen this card of perfect harmony. When you balance your wisdom and power, giving and receiving, your connection with Hollow Earth, which is way beneath us, and the seventh heaven, way above us, it offers you the courage to love. This makes you magnetic to people, animals, and situations so that you can attract all that is for your highest good. Your guidance is to bring yourself into harmony and balance. Then visualize yourself wearing the gold and silver cloak, like a cape. Put it over your wings or under your wings. Then visualize yourself wearing the gold and silver cloak so that you can draw in angel sonics to purify the energy around you. Expect the unexpected and miraculous. The affirmation is, I am in total balance and harmony. I love this for us. I am in total balance and harmony. So that includes health, finances, expression, creativity. So I love this because it really has us balance our wisdom and our power. Again, connecting way into Mother Earth and way up into the heavens so that we're like aligned. All the energies are aligned. So our guidance is to bring ourselves into harmony and balance. Then visualize a gold and silver cloak around you, like a shawl. So that is the message, the Ascended Master's message also. Again, now let me see what we'll do to begin to close this. Let me see today. A little bit more from the archaic energy from the female archangels. Something we can do every day. This will really help us. Say out loud or in your mind, thank you for this new day. I am awake. I am aware. My heart is opened to all that I am, and all that I am is love. I'm going to say that again. If you have an altar, it could be a picture of someone you love, a little crystal. It could be very ornate, but an altar is a little place that you can put in your house. It could be one flower, a candle, picture of Jesus or Mary, an angel card, something where you're going to go to every day and take that moment and say, arriving at your angel altar, affirm, thank you for this new day. I am awake. I am aware. My heart is open to all that I am, and all that I am is love. Sense yourself held in a column of swirling rose gold light that extends 44 feet around your aura. Breathe into presence and breathe it out. See every part of you, including your wings, showered in rose gold light. Connect to the center of the earth and the center of the sun. Affirm yourself centered, grounded, and empowered in angelic love and light. Now, there's some more practices, but I love that it says, thank you. That is a very simple practice we can do. Wake up in the morning, and what I do is I just say thank you 3 times. Usually in my mind's eye. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Before I do anything, before I get out of bed, thank you, thank you, thank you. And that totally erases the possibility that back in the day, I would wake up and start thinking about all the list of things that are wrong in my life. So just by taking that on, just saying the words thank you, you are thanking for all that you have already. You have a lot of goodness in your life. Sometimes we forget. And again, if you missed the first part of this, I can see if I can email it to you all. It is so easy to be distracted by fear and lower energies. And most of the time, it's not even our own. We are hooking into the mass hysteria, the mass fear. We're hooking into that energy that's around us. So it's really easy to do that. And before you know it, you can't think straight. You can't even think about your own future. You can't even think about your own sense of peace because you've hooked into other family members or even those you work with. And especially it can go through Zoom. You don't have to be there in person. So it's really important on a daily basis that we work with Archangel Michael and Raphael and the Archaea faith also. We ask them to cut all of our cords. And I talked about this before, it's really important. Do a cord cutting. What does that mean? Between you and that thing that you're thinking about, that you're hooked by, that you're worried about, there's a cord of energy. It's a thought. Think of it like a tiny surgical tube. And all you do is you ask Archangel Michael to cut all those cords so they drop away every day. And these days we have Archaea faith to help us also. They can pull out those cords. What does a cord feel like? Sometimes you can feel when someone attacks you with a thought, a word, or you feel attacked. Whatever it is, if it's in your body, you feel it. So we ask to have it removed. You are working as a powerful generator. You're working as an angel. You're working as someone who has superpowers, the ability to shift and move your energy. When you do this, you change the frequency of your own energy, and everybody around you is going to feel it. Notice, if you walk into a room and you're upset, pretty much everybody else can feel it. So going back to our card on telepathy, my sense is that everyone who joined us tonight is very powerful, and that this energy, we have the ability to project our thoughts. So take a moment every day to clear yourself, because the last thing we want to be doing is adding to that mass of fear and adding, adding to all of that. So we're coming to a close here. I just wanted to say thank you all for coming today. Again, I'm going to be sending a card to each and every one of you who attended live today. Is there anything else that I need to do? No. We went a little longer. I thought I was going to be doing one-on-one readings, but I didn't want to interrupt everyone and have them all wait. So thank you so much for joining me. It's been something for me to create this. And my prayer for each and every one of you is that you step forward, as we talked about with the Archaea of Faith, step forward into something that you've been holding back on. Step forward. And I'll contact you, Deborah, because I have your email. So I have your emails from everyone who registered today, so I can send you your angel reading. Thank you so much. Love and appreciate you. I'm here to help jettison you, propel you, move you forward, and you sharing your light. I sense if you have it in your heart to be a healer and a teacher and to do that in this life, that's so it is. And so it is. So have a beautiful, beautiful evening. Enjoy this full moon energy, and I'll be in touch on about the next Zoom. And angel blessings. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Barbara.
Oh, thank you. Let me see if I can do this.
So good to see you. It's Sherry. I got on a little late because I had